Padgett, Public Information Officer, Clay County Sheriff's Office, last name P-A-D-G-E-T-T. The reason we're having the press conference today is around 7 a.m. this morning, shortly thereafter, a subject was in the area of the 700 block of Oakleaf Plantation Parkway near an apartment complex and one of our local amenity center. The subject was seen to be brandishing a firearm and was very confrontational from initial reports that we received from witnesses. There was a amenities crew on the ground and they began talking to the subject, and subsequently they were threatened by the subject, who then, from the information we have at this time, which is subject to change, then the subject brandished the firearm toward them and fired approximately 5 to 10 shots. He then fled back to the apartment complex at 785 Oakleaf Plantation Parkway, where we at this time believe that he is possibly barricaded inside. Now, we have some concerns and some messages that we want to send to our citizens, but first I want to note that we have no reports of injuries at this point in time, and that is very important, and we're very thankful for that. We do know that the amenities crew went through a lot, so we ask that everyone keep them in your thoughts, because even though no one was injured, this is obviously a traumatic event and it takes a mental toll, let's be honest. So, going back to the subject, we believe that the subject is inside of an apartment at 785. At this time, the message that we want to relay to anyone who is in that apartment complex is that you do not exit without law enforcement presence being with you. We have our MRAP there, we have our Bearcat there, we have our SWAT team, and they are doing evacuations. We have cleared out a large portion of the apartment complex that we believe needs to be evacuated. If you have any questions about whether you should exit or shelter in place, we ask that you call 904-264-6512, and you can be led by our dispatchers as to exactly what you should do. The last thing that we want is to have people fleeing out of their apartments, coming toward our SWAT operators and our members who are on scene, and our members not knowing who you are or what you're doing. These are tense situations. Our SWAT team, they are very, very trained professionals, and we have the utmost confidence in them. Let them do their job. Let them work. Our negotiations team is on scene. We have deputies, we have detectives, and we absolutely anticipate the end result of this being positive, and we hope to get the subject in custody and to determine what led to all of this. But at this time, that's the only information I do have, and I want to stress one more time, these facts and these details are subject to change. This is preliminary investigation where we're at now. And then in closing, if you are in the apartment complex, shelter in place. If you have questions, call us. If you're not in the complex but you reside there, please stay out of the area for now until we can open back up, and follow us on our social media along with the news outlets here that you're watching at the moment for any updates as they come available. Thank you all.
How many people have you evacuated so far? How many do you think you still have to go?
There's several dozens that I know for a fact have been evacuated, and possibly more at this point. I believe that they were down to the final areas to evacuate right before we started the news conference, so it should be minimal.
In a single building or multiple buildings around where he is?
Multiple buildings and apartments.
Is anyone in the apartment with him?
At this point, we're not sure. We believe that the subject fled back there, and we don't have confirmation yet that that's actually where he's at. We're working on building that rapport and that contact. So what I will also say to the subject who's involved in this, if you are watching this, we want to talk with you. This is a situation that you can explain yourself, you can reach out to us and call in, and we will be more than happy to let our negotiations team and our members talk to you and determine what's going on in the best way that we can help resolve this situation.
For the people who have seen him, any description of what he looks like?
We've been told that it is a black male between the ages of 25 and 40 who had a firearm in his possession with approximately 5 to 10 rounds fired from that firearm, who then fled. That's the basic description, details, and information we've learned at this time.
Any clothing?
I don't have that right offhand.
Okay.
Do we know that he ran, if he's in the unit you think he's in, do we know that that's his unit? Like he ran back to his own home?
Based on the information we obtained from witnesses who saw the direction that he went, and then followed up by information we were able to gather from the complex, we do believe that the unit we are looking at right now is where he resides. I want to say this, got to give a kudos to our members. This call came out, and within a minute and a half, they were on scene, pushing up to the area where the shots have been fired and getting people to safety. So huge shout out to our team, and I got to give a shout out to our community. Every single person who is down the road that we've been able to talk to, this is traumatic for them, including the amenities crew. Every one of them has went above and beyond to relay information to us and to help us get the details that we needed in order to make a safe operation.
Do we know handgun, rifle, what style of weapon he had?
I first heard it was a handgun. We have had reports of a rifle, possible shotgun. So all the details that we have at this point in time are leading us to believe it was a handgun, but again, that's subject to change.
Do we know how close he was to the people he shot at?
I believe he was in pretty close proximity. Ashley, anything?
I'm gonna have to look back at it, Chris. Sorry.
All right, no problem.
You know, to any of those people who are standing, you know, when we passed by, we saw several people standing out there. Some of them say that they have kids in there. What would you say to them right now?
Shelter in place, and if you've got your children who are inside, let our teams work. Our teams are incredibly trained professionals, and I say that with the utmost respect for them. They know what they're doing. Let them go do it, and we will protect your families. I will look in every single camera right now, and I will tell you, Clay County community, our members are here to serve and to protect your families, and they will do that at all costs today.
For this amenities crew, did they happen to say if he yelled anything to them, like why he was upset or anything like that?
There was some sort of a dispute from my understanding, but I don't have details as to what initiated that.
Is there a white truck that's involved?
I haven't been told of that.
Did you clear out the amenity center as well, or just the units in the apartment complex?
We have secured the amenity center, and we are using that for our command post and some different things that are going on with witnesses and those that needed to evacuate but maybe didn't have anywhere to go. The Oakleaf Amenity Center has been incredible, opening up their doors and allowing us to use their parking lot and their facilities.
Oh, that was the last thing. The official names of all these complexes that you guys are at right now.
I believe 785 Oakleaf Plantation Parkway is the preserve. All right, we will have further updates as they come along. Thank you all for being here, and we will definitely relay the information appropriately.